welcome to my channel, Delululand. My name is Zuhari, and today we're going to be talking about the queens of Delululand, Stacy and Darcey, something or another. I don't know what their surnames are. They keep getting married to different men, but I guess it's like Silva. Yeah, because I think that they're the stars in their marriages, so I'm pretty sure their husbands took their last name. Today I'm going to be talking about all of that.
We're going to Med Spa 1064 with Dr. J. We're so excited. Nice to see you.
We're changing the show. Beautiful.
Aww. We're going to be getting thermage done.
And what thermage does, it's a way to introduce heat through the skin and try to get that collagen to tighten like this.
It was amazing. We feel so refreshed and new and youthful and young again.
Stacy, yes, here we are. We are at Catalina Bochi.
When I first decided to talk about them, I thought this was gonna take like a plastic surgery addiction angle because I recently celebrated 4 years alcohol-free, and I thought that I could incorporate that somehow into talking about addiction and plastic surgery addiction. But the more I researched the twins and the more I looked into this, I realized I know what's wrong. I mean, yeah, sure, plastic surgery addiction is one of the things, but that's like the least of their problems. That's just another manifestation of the core problem. The core problem is their father. Darcey and Stacy's father has enabled their delusional lifestyle their entire lives. They have always lived way above the means of what they've been doing in their lives. And by that I mean whatever jobs or business endeavors they went on were never really independently successful. But the twins have always wanted this celebrity, extravagant lifestyle, and their father provided that to them. In 2010, they shot a pilot for a reality TV show called The Twin Life. It didn't get picked up because being twins isn't really all that interesting. And I think that's the whole issue with Darcey and Stacy. Darcey and Stacy have always wanted to be famous. They've always wanted that attention. So I guess it could also be like an addiction to fame, which is just an addiction to attention. And then they have all this plastic surgery and they use all these filters, which is just an addiction to control, controlling their images and how the world sees them. But it never works because no matter how hard they try to project a certain image, it always gets fucked up by these plastic surgeons in Turkey. Does that sound wrong? I'm sorry, but when you go to so many different people, how many architects can work on one building? You know what I mean? My point is, they keep going from thing to thing to thing to get fame and attention. But the one thing they could never conquer was talent.
Yeah, we do it so big. Bottles over the dome, yeah, we gotta go big. Bottles all around, going pop, pop fizz. You know how we do it big. Walked in the club, eyes on me. What you know about it, baby, B.I.G. Walked in the club, eyes on me. What you know about it, baby, B.I.G. Get up on my way. Me and my people came to play. Superstar status, living so lavish. Yeah, we the baddest. Yeah, we the baddest. So delusional.
That's it. Just talent. At this point, aptitude, a skill, something that we can say, hey, this is something that Darcey and Stacy made that is good. And that does exist. That exists in their children. Did you know that Darcey and Stacy were parents? Because I don't think they do. Their addiction to attention has consumed them to the extent that the attention they seek is probably the attention their children wish they could have gotten from their attention hungry mothers, birth givers. No, I'm not gonna project a bad relationship. I'm just saying that they spend a lot of time on social media. They spend a lot of time documenting what it is they do, what they put their heart and soul into, what their pride is, and it ain't their children.
We're about to see our kids. We haven't seen them in a couple days. We've been
So
working in the
excited.
city. Quite a long time for us to be away from, you know, the cuties. So,
miss
you know,
them so
really
much.
anxious to get back and give them their hugs and lots of loving. And when we come home, it's the best feeling. Them running up to us, hugging us. Mommy, you're home. We love you. Oh, my baby.
In the pilot of the Twin Life, there's this scene where they're opening the doors to this mansion, their father's mansion, mind you. And they're like, oh, we've been away and now we come home to the babies and the children come running to them and they're like, Mama! And the kids are so cute. If the family had been what the narrative they were trying to paint it as, it could have been cute, but knowing that they're just constantly away filming and degrading themselves for fame at the expense of their children. So in addiction, this is all coming together. In addiction, there's something called an enabler. An enabler is somebody who enables the addiction, makes it easier for the addict to stay within their addiction. Basically, there's the concept of rock bottom, that an addict must reach rock bottom in order to come to some sort of self-realization and make a decision as to whether or not they're going to change. But when your loved ones are continuously making it so you don't reach a rock bottom, so say for example, you have an addiction and they continue to fund it, and you never have to get in a position where you have to work, and life is cushy for you, you have less incentive to change. Darcey and Stacy have always gotten money from their dad. Their dad has always financed their lavish lifestyle. When you watch TLC and you see how good they're living on the surface, you can ask yourself, what is it that they do? Particularly in the early days of 90 Day Fiancé. It was always like, what exactly are they doing to have their money? Then they showed House of 11, all their faux businesses, and it's like, no, none of that's working because they're not good business people. Where do they get their money? Their father. He did this. He enabled all of this, and by enabling this constant need for validation or fame, actually, no, you know, and then their constant need and desire for fame destroyed them, and he facilitated the entire thing. In the video where he reflects upon Darcey's evolution or de-evolution, depending on how you see it, he is almost lamenting the fact that she has had so many surgeries that she essentially is unidentifiable to him.
This is Mom and Ani.
Where's your mom?
Right there.
Where?
Right there.
Oh, yeah, looks like a different lady. Really?
Yeah.
Totally different. Looks like a whole different person.
Sometimes when I look at old family photos, I don't even recognize my daughters. You know, be it the hair change, facial changes, physical changes. You know, they've evolved. They've morphed into different people sometimes. And is that good or bad? I don't know.
Sir, you did this. You did this. these women don't have the talent or the skills to make the kind of money that is needed to do all the things that they have done, to become the people that they have become. I remember in the movie Interstellar, basically the whole plot is like Earth is kaput, so like now, and they're like, hey, let's go see if we can find an Earth-like planet that has a climate that can support us. Okay, cool. One of the things that they said was about black holes is that if they're too close to a planet, they suck up all the potential accidents that could lead to life forming conditions. So like your asteroids and all sorts of things that could happen. The proximity of the planet to the black hole and its vacuuming makes it so that all these things that could create life never land there. And in the same way, life is like a black hole. There's a series of adversity that people go through. And it sucks and it's hard, but it's character building. And when you take that away, when you remove the incentive to grow, when you take away the steps that we need to climb in order to strengthen our muscles, well, you're left with people who have no talent, whose only way to feel complete is to continuously gather attention, to try to control how they're perceived by the outside world. But it got boring. When I was talking to my sister earlier about making this video, I said to her, do you remember Darcey and Stacy from 90 Day Fiancé? And she was like, oh, those ones that look botched. Congratulations, that's your legacy, being botched. What went wrong? Daddy was a black hole. The end. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that if you enjoyed it, please like it and comment and subscribe. And thank you. And to everybody who's subscribed to my channel so far, thank you. And thank you and thank you. And I hope you had a great time. Goodbye.